Hello, everybody. On tonight's episode of Backseat Quarterbacks, I am joined by Darren for our Thanksgiving extravaganza. We're going to talk all things Week 13, and it is a doozy. You might be wondering, this is the Thursday episode. It's coming out Wednesday, but this is the Thursday episode. Where's Greg? Is he in Italy? Is he in Albania? Has he been caught up in a gambling scandal that's shaken the NBA world because of his other alias, Albanian Bruce? No. He is skipping this podcast to watch a invitational NCAA basketball tournament involving the Gonzaga Bulldogs of Spokane, Washington, face off against the Maryland Terrapins. I didn't even know they were playing Maryland. I just brought that up. They played Alabama yesterday. That's at least one that's acceptable. Maryland? Okay. Greg may never be back on this podcast, but we are here. And we are ready to talk ball. This is an amazing slate. Starts at 10 a.m. Just hits you right in the kisser with Darren's Green Bay Packers. You move on to the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys coming off of 2 straight wins. And you finish it with the nightcap where you have little Lamar, little Joe Burrow. Oh, wait, Friday, we have football too. Little college football all day. But wait, there's Black Friday football on Amazon Prime? Yeah, Caleb Williams and the Hot Bears against the slugging. But guess what? They're the defending Super Bowl champion, Jalen Hurts and them boys and the Eagles. That's Black Friday. Saturday, college football all week or all day long. And then Sunday, the slate. I'm going to lose so much money. I cannot wait. I'm excited to talk football with you, Darren. Greg, kick rocks. Here is Darren. How you doing?
I am doing well. Great intro as always, Sterling. I'm pumped. We have a fantastic slate. We have a great Thursday slate. We got a little bit of Friday NFL football, which is always a treat. Saturday, like you said, is jam-packed with college, and then Sunday, a lot of good games, a lot of important games. I think some
Appar-
playoff implicating games.
Apparently, there's some great college basketball on too throughout all of this.
Yeah, yeah.
I
If you
mean,
ask Greg.
yeah, I didn't know what was happening. I
Oh,
check into college basketball around the first week of March.
yep. Amen to that.
So I actually did a variation of this intro that is probably still going somewhere because it went on for about 4 minutes, and I realized that I was still doing the intro. I talked a whole bunch about what I plan to do for Thanksgiving. How I did a test run with stovetop stuff in. I didn't know how to make it until just now. And my plans, Darren's plans, all this. He didn't say anything. I just gave his plans for him. We're going to get into Thanksgiving at the end and what we plan to do during that day. Mine are easy. Darren's are probably more complex. But we'll just get started right away because there's a lot of ball to talk about. A lot of good
Hmm.
games. And I'm excited. I'm not
Yeah.
excited about how much I'm going to gamble, but let's just start right at it. I went 5-9 last week. Another abysmal, disgusting week. I'm almost out of the running. You went what is that? Is that a 6? Yeah, 6-8.
6-8.
Yeah, and Greg went 6-8. I'm not going to read the overall records, and I didn't do the math beforehand, so I'm not going to do that this week. I'll add them up next week.
Well,
But
Greg was in the lead. He's still in the lead.
yep,
I
he's
know that
totally by
much.
1 game, and I dropped back 2 more or 1 more.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at math. Best bet though, I can add that up. I won. You guys lost. I'm 10-2. You're 3-9. Greg's
Hmm.
1.5-10. So I don't know what it is. I'm having the best football gambling year of my life so far, and I'm picking the worst against the spread that I've ever picked. So something's not adding up there. I'm good enough at math to do that. I'm just winning bets, but I'm not winning the spread. I'm not betting on spreads. I'm betting moneyline parlays and doing teases, and so
Yeah.
maybe I've unlocked how to win against Vegas. I beat the bookie.
Hmm. I think
Uh,
you might have.
that's what we're trying to do on this pod. We're trying to beat the bookie, either with force or with mind. So, we jump right in. Your Green Bay Packers are playing at
Hmm.
Detroit. I think you had a really good point about this game off podcast where Detroit played, I think it was 90 plays on Sunday against the Giants after playing,
Defensive snaps.
yeah, defensive snaps, after
Yeah.
playing a ton of snaps against Philly
Hmm.
on Monday night and just a brutal game, or no, not on Monday night, sorry, on Sunday night. and that's following a brutal game the week before too. Um, sorry, there was the game in 2 games in a row in the cold is what they basically just came off of,
Yeah.
and this is going to be a game indoors. It's in Detroit. Customary that the first game every Thanksgiving. For a while there, I was hoping they changed the custom, but now it's good because they're a good team now. But
Yeah.
I mean, some of those years, even
It
with
was rough.
Stafford, yeah, I was like, Jesus Christ, what are we
Yeah.
doing? But now I'm happy again playing the
Hmm.
Packers. And I remember a couple Thanksgivings ago, I had the Lions. I do a money line parlay every Thanksgiving, as is tradition. I think it is a rite of passage for every young man to do. I remember it was my first Thanksgiving with my beautiful girlfriend, and the reason we're probably not spending this Thanksgiving together is because of what type of Scrooge I became after the Lions lost me that parlay, and I was down a couple $100 by before I even ate a single calorie. I drank some calories.
Hmm.
And I said, "Can we get the hell out of here?" So I'm expecting that to happen probably again here. Hopefully not. But I'm going to tell you, I'm picking the Packers to win this game. And I'm picking them to obviously cover the 2.5 point spread. I think they're the better rested team. They're coming off a very easy victory against Minnesota. And Detroit's
Hmm.
looking like more of a slogging team coming along right now.
Yeah.
Now, they do have the best player in this game, and maybe the best player in the league, in Jahmyr Gibbs. He looks like Barry Sanders, legitimately. Did you know
Yeah.
he turns 24 in March, Jahmyr Gibbs?
It's
23 years
actually
old?
absurd how good he is, and he's only 24. It's
He's
not
only
fair.
23. He's only 23.
Yeah, only 23.
Yeah. So that is where I worry because it feels like he can break a big one 3 times a
Hmm.
game every single time. Like every time he touches the ball, it's scary. If you're
Hmm.
betting on another team or if you're a fan of the other team, but I'm very confident in the Packers here only because of the rest, the fact of the health factor. A lot of banged up players on that Lions team again, and we saw this game week 1, and this is the type of defense that Jordan Love can eat up. They don't have too good
Hmm.
of a pass rush. You the way that they do crossers with the receivers and stuff. You said that I think Jaden Reed's going to be back. That's huge for them. That's their best
Hmm.
receiver. He might be
Yeah.
a little rusty. Hopefully, his hands aren't cinder blocks like some of the other receivers have had in past weeks. But uh, I do envision that this is going to be a good game for the Packers, and it might be a good game. It's going to be hopefully it's a close game. It's an entertaining game, but I think they're going to take the win. And if not, they better cover an 8.5 point tease. They better keep it a 1 score game because I do have some hedging abilities here that I've meticulously designed. Darren, what say you?
Yeah. No, I'm on the Packers in this spot also to cover, and I think that they will win outright as well. Like you talked about, the Lions have played just a grueling game against the Giants last week, where again their defense was on the field for so much of that game. 90 plus snaps. It goes into overtime. I know Dan Campbell's a guy that like can get he the more football his team is playing, it seems like kind of the better they perform. But I just think that there is limits to that, and this Packers team barely had to play in the second half against the Vikings. I know Jordan Love. I guess he was questionable going to that game. I didn't really realize that beforehand with a separated shoulder or a sprained AC joint on his non-throwing shoulder, and I don't know if you saw it like during the game, but he was handing the ball off all goofy and everything. And I'm hoping that he got another week of rest. He didn't take any real big hits, so the shoulder should have stayed fine last week. And yeah, Jaden Reed, I know he's still listed as he's on the injured reserve, but his 21-day practice window opened up last week, and I know that he has been practicing. I think he was a limited participant in the walkthrough today. Today's Tuesday, so we'll see. We'll see what Thursday brings. I don't know if he'll actually be able to play. They might push him back another week or whatnot, but I think that Matthew Gold should hopefully get some more time on the field. And yeah, it seems I feel confident in this Packers team. I think that they're finding a little bit of a groove offensively, and their defense looks really good. So
My big fear is that we would just watch them play the worst quarterback in legitimate football history, like starting quarterback in like through
yeah,
5 starts of football history, and uh, We're going to talk
Yeah,
about the Vikings in way later in this podcast, but the fact is he started showing concussion symptoms on the flight home. Was it a pan thrown at him by Justin Jefferson that hit him in the head that gave him concussion symptoms on that plane? Like, it
he hit
feels
him
like
with
a
his
cop
big
out.
chain.
Yeah, like what happened there? Like, I mean, it's clear that they don't want to use JJ McCarthy anymore. So I
Yeah, I
feel,
think he's done for the season. This might be a season-long concussion.
yeah, this one,
It's gonna
it's
be
like
like
his high
Tua's.
ankle sprain, the longest high ankle sprain in the history of ankle sprains. They're like, okay, let's see, he completed 6 passes in a row in practice. Ankle's healed. That concussion, he's going to have I mean, when you saw him play, it looked like he was concussed the entire time since he's been in this league.
Yeah,
Looks like he's been
I
playing with a concussion since he got drafted. Greg is on the Lions, so he's listening to what we're saying. He's basically saying what I'm saying. If he was
hmm
here, do you want to give a Greg take?
Yeah, I'll give a Greg take. The Packers are frauds. They're not the class of the NFC. I'm trying to watch some Hamilton.
I enjoy Parmesan cheese though,
So an age meets.
and it means Chiefs Cowboys is the Fox game, or the CBS game. Sorry, uh, that'll have Jim Nantz and Tony Romo calling it.
hmm
Tony Romo calling his own old team. This is usually the most watched game of the day, and I'm actually going to say that I think this will be the most watched non Super Bowl game ever. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna predict that.
Yeah,
I think
I
this
can
will
see
probably
that.
break the record. Mahomes got it done last week against the Colts. Colts are in trouble. We're going to talk about them later too, of course. They have a big game this week. Uh, a lot of great games. Wow.
I
And
know.
the Cowboys are technically, you go and look at it, the in the hunt picture. They're in the hunt now. They probably lost too many games and they have a brutal schedule, but they are in the hunt. And uh, what's funny is the Chiefs won that game, and now everybody's like, okay, they're back to normal. I did not like what I saw out of Kansas City. They got what they needed to get done, and I picked them. They're
hmm
in my parlay, and I have a gut feeling that it's gonna be maybe this leg that loses, if anything. I don't think they got the offensive firepower to blow out the Cowboys, and I think the Cowboys are gonna move the ball easily on Kansas City. Because Kansas City, what they're susceptible to, it's clear is passing. You can move
hmm
the ball on those DBs right now, and Dak is playing like a man possessed. The real person that's playing like a man possessed is George Pickens, right? I forgot that I compared him to Calvin Johnson, just smaller with a different route tree, which means he's nothing alike. But what he's doing is Calvin Johnson esque because he was unbelievable in that game. Like I couldn't believe how what he did against Philly, and I don't know why CeeDee Lamb has dropped so many balls against Philadelphia in particular, but it doesn't seem like it's been that much of a problem in other games. I think Dak's gonna have a big game, and he's gonna be back on Mahomes' shoulder again to, you know, keep this team in the game and win it. And I think the 3.5. I don't like the 3.5. Greg tries to sneak in there 3. When he's texting, he checks the lines. He tries to buy a point down or half a point down.
hmm
I tell him where we use the lines from. He doesn't look where we use the lines from. He chooses his own arbitrary lines, and we're going 3.5. So when he tries to text that he won an extra game or something, no, no, no. It's 3.5. I'm gonna pick the Cowboys to cover 3.5. I think the Chiefs win by 3 on a last second Butker field goal, or maybe OT again. But I think the Cowboys keep it close, and I would not be shocked if they have the ball at the end and Aubrey hits the 70-yarder or something to win it. And this seems like it will be an entertaining day of football. I'm
hmm
gonna go out on a limb and say I think all 3 of these games are gonna go really well. We're due for that, and this is gonna deliver. I think this is gonna be the game of the day, and it's gonna come down to a kick either way in my opinion. So I'm gonna go Chiefs to win by 3, but not cover. I think the Cowboys might win by 3 though. This is where I'm very hesitant. I almost left this out of the parlay. I really think the Cowboys might win here.
Yeah, no, I can 100% see where you're coming from on here. I'm gonna take the Chiefs minus 3.5. I absolutely hate that hook, but I'm gonna take it. I know it's gonna be a close game. I just don't know what you get with the Cowboys game to game, and that's what
Yeah.
I'm nervous about. Is like I've seen too many inconsistencies where it's like you know, what are you guys actually week to week? I mean, you can make the same argument with the Chiefs, but the Chiefs, I think, are in a little bit of a different spot where it's like they they have to win what five of their last six. Last week they had to win six of their last seven, so they're kind of in like do do or die mode. And I don't think that this is going to be a game that they're going to drop. And since I'm really seeing, I'm not seeing a way where Dallas is actually going to come out victorious in this. I'm just gonna take
Good
the
show, by the
Chiefs
way.
here.
Victorious.
Victorious.
Yeah. Ariana Grande's
So
big break. Have you seen Wicked Too Good yet? Or Wicked for
uh,
Good? Wicked Too Good?
I haven't I haven't seen any of the Wickeds. I'll be honest with you.
That seems like a thing that you and your family is going to go do on Thursday instead of watching football, huh? You guys are going to see Wicked for Good instead?
No, not much musical
I
people
think
over
Greg might
here.
go and watch that right now. Actually, instead of watching basketball, he's just embarrassed. He doesn't want to. He wanted to say, "Yeah, they're
Mm,
going to be okay with that." They know I'm a big Gonzaga fan. Gonzaga fan.
yeah, yeah, this could be a cover up.
Yeah, he's at Wicked right now.
I know. We need to get a location on him.
Hey, great. Well, let's all share a location with each other. I want to see when he's at AMC downtown, so that I can go because he's gonna park at my apartment. I'm gonna key his car. He doesn't get free parking for me. No more, buddy.
Yeah.
Not no more. No more,
Make him
Mr.
pay
Grant.
you.
Yeah, you're gonna pay me. I'm the meaner man. Uh, Bengals and Raven. Oh, Greg is also on KC. If I didn't make that clear, he tried to get a point down on us or a
Yeah.
half point, little scumbag. Bengals and Ravens. That's a nightcap. Burrow is officially back. They kept showing him on the sideline yet last week with Flacco. Flacco's more handsome than Joe Burrow. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's my real takeaway. They show Flacco, they show Burrow. I'm like, Flacco's like George Clooney.
Yeah, there's something about like that salt and pepper beard he has going on. 100%.
People, I'm saying this, men should not dye their hair and beard. They should let it go gray, especially
Yeah.
in the in between phase. I understand if you're really trying to become like, if you want to be a salesman, you don't want to look old, but when you're in that in between phase, that's a good phase.
Yeah. It's not a bad place to be. I
That's a-
think uh I think
So,
Joe Burrow's like kind of trying to cosplay Conrad from The Summer I Turned Pretty. It's like every week he's just trying to look a little bit more like him.
it's gonna be our most viral TikTok if we put that out there. It's just us like talking about the looks of the two quarterbacks on the Bengals. More handsome. He's more of a hunk. Well, you're a hunk. You're a hunk, Darren, by the way. That's a good CEO
Try.
chair. You're an executive chair. Um,
Thanks.
well, in this game right here, you have the Ravens -7. I I picked the Ravens to win this game again. I think they're going to win. They're the better team. The Bengals defense is not good. They keep picking up injuries.
Hmm.
I mean, in that game against New England, it felt like everybody got hurt on both sides of the football for both teams. And I have a problem chewing my nails as is. I was like a harmonica on my fingers because I had so much money on the Pats money line, and then Will Campbell got hurt, and then I thought T Higgins himself basically demarred himself the way he
Yeah.
went down. He was motionless. Got taken off on a cart. It was a concussion. Uh, Hopefully he's back. That looked like a 3 week. That looked like a JJ McCarthy concussion. You know, like it looks like it's going to be more than 1 week. The way that he was taken off the field. You know, that looks like at least a 2 week, 3 week concussion. So the good news is Jamar Chase is back and Joe Burrow is back. Um, Obviously Jamar was suspended last week. The negative is now T Higgins is out. I don't think Trey Hendrickson is going to be back. Their secondary is in shambles. That defense is still not good. Uh, I mean, I don't think their offense has the problems like we were talking. It was not their offense that had problems with Flacco.
Yeah.
Flacco was fine. He was serviceable. Burrow is better, but I just think that Lamar, this is a game where you have to actually put up some points, Lamar. Like he's been he's been very mediocre this year when he's been even in the games he's
Hmm.
played. He's missed time, but in the games he's played, he has not looked much better than a backup quarterback. And outside
Yeah.
of that first week against Buffalo, and the second week against Cleveland, he has looked very mediocre, and he has not looked like prime Lamar. So I'm expecting a good Lamar game, And if that being said, I think they're going to win the game. I don't know if they cover because I do think, again, all good games. Maybe it's a backdoor cover at the end, but I'm going to say since he covers here, I think it ends up being like the Ravens win by 6, 4-6 is what it feels like. I don't think the 7. I think the 7 is too high for a Ravens team that is. Are they 500 now? And they're not. It's not like they're.
They're leaders in their division.
I know. Before the season, I wanted to bet. Do you remember this? I was talking to you about how I think the Bills might go undefeated, or they'll lose one game probably. I thought 16-1 was what they were going to go, and the Ravens are a free bet at 11.5. And I was like, we could parlay that
Hmm.
uh, at
Yeah.
Bills 11.5, and it's like even money. They're going both way under, so that's funny.
Yeah.
This is NFL. It's beautiful. I'm not going to get emotional again. I'm going to take Cincy to cover. I don't really like that, but I think Baltimore wins. I just think it's closer than 7.
Yeah. I mean, I think Vegas put out a perfect line for this game because it's big enough where I don't trust taking Baltimore to cover it, and it's also in that area where it's like is like again Joe Burrow's better than Joe Flacco. Don't
Hmm.
get me wrong, but is is any of these games that Flacco's played in, are they going to have any different outcomes? I mean, like realistically, you can make an argument maybe last week against the Patriots, maybe Burrow doesn't throw that pick six that Flacco threw,
Yeah,
but it's like
we didn't even talk about that. That was the worst pick six ever.
that was a bad pick six, and it's like yeah, maybe that one, but you think if that one happens there, Joe Burrow's making a mistake somewhere else, maybe a different game or whatever the case is. So I just don't really know like how many more games they win or how different their outcomes to the season would be with Bro being healthy the entire time. So I'm going to take the Ravens to cover this one. I'm going to hope that Lamar is a little bit more healthy. He's looked super slow, super not Lamar. Like that's I guess like the best way to put it. He just does not look like Lamar Jackson. Derrick Henry seemingly is washed, I guess. Like
It
he
happens quick.
just doesn't have that pop that he used to have. So I don't know. I'm gonna take the Ravens here. I don't love it. I would not bet this spread, but I do think that the Ravens will win the game. I just don't know by how much.
Yeah. I yeah, you're taking Baltimore to cover, but you're not betting that.
I'm
You're saying that. Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna take Baltimore to cover, but
Yeah, it's more
I'm
of a
not
teaser
putting any
line.
actual. Yeah.
And Greg is on Cincy as well. Uh he's enamored with both quarterbacks. That's what he said. He likes Flacco more as a handsome guy because Flacco looks is closer to his age, but he
Hmm.
appreciates the youngness and the youth and and everything that Burrow stands for. So,
And the fashion forwardness of Burrow.
he says he could see him on Broadway. Uh, Bears and Eagles, Black Friday game. Uh,
Speaking of quarterbacks that you could see on Broadway,
mm, both of them,
Caleb Williams,
both of them.
Jalen Hurts looks like he would attend a Broadway show. I don't know. He'd probably deliver some really monotone, maybe like a nice a prologue or a little introduction.
I think
With
Jalen Hurts
some,
would be a phenomenal villain in like
yeah,
the Fast and Furious franchise.
I could see that.
It would be. I was going through some of the scenes from Fast and Furious with The Rock, and it's like that's how Jalen Hurts does all his Instagram quotes. It's just random. It's random jumbles of words that they're awesome.
Hmm.
It sounds great when you're winning, right? We talked about this, but when you're losing, it
Yeah.
doesn't sound as good. But uh, yeah, Caleb Williams, he'd steal the show.
Hmm.
This is a good game too. I mean, you got the hot Bears against the defending Super Bowl champs who have now they've won 2 out of 3, but in all three of their last 3 games they've looked awful offensively, and they scored 20. They looked good in the first half last week, and then something changed. They didn't run the ball in the second half. I don't know what happened. I honestly don't know what happened in that game. I still can't believe they lost that game up
I
21-0.
know.
I can't believe they didn't cover. Nothing. I don't understand. But I am going to be honest. I don't think they're going to win this game against Chicago, or I can't believe that they're favored by 7. Greg picked Philly. You're probably going to pick Philly because
Hmm.
I know you have a vendetta against Chicago because you're a Packers fan and you really don't like the Bears. The football purposes, I don't think Philly's much of a good team right now, and I think there's problems in their locker room. I think there were problems there last year. They had talent and the talent won, but this year the injuries are stacking up. It seems like AJ Brown does not. It's clear that he's going to get a trade after this year. That's 100% going to happen.
It's
I
hilarious because he's actually getting like force fed the football now too.
Oh
He's
yeah, but
still
he does not enjoy his time out there. Like he
no.
doesn't. It's clear that he doesn't like that on offense. He's not the star.
Hmm.
It's Saquon's show, and then it's Jalen Hurts' show, and then he kind of is sharing the spotlight on the wide receiver room with
Yeah.
Devontae. Everybody gives credit to that offensive line. People love Big
Hmm.
Dom. It's like
Yeah.
there's too many people, and it's like I understand that he wants to be more of a focal point in terms of like appreciation and reasons we're winning. And
Hmm.
people are saying Lane Johnson is more important than him, and he probably is. But if you're the wide receiver, you probably don't want to hear that a left tackle
Yeah.
means more to the team. So he's going to be traded in the offseason. That's almost a sure thing. And they're saying, nah, we're good. It's clear they're not
Hmm.
good. And
Yeah.
it's clear they haven't been good for a long time. And even last year they weren't good, and they were able to win because the talent was just so much better than every other team.
Hmm.
Um, but I don't know why this is 7. I think the Bears are fine. They score points. The defense isn't great. Why does it matter if the defense is good or bad? The Cowboys have one of the worst defenses in football. The Eagles just stopped scoring points. They stopped driving the ball. They stopped
Yeah.
completing passes. I don't think it matters how bad Chicago's defense is. Chicago's going to play well within themselves. Caleb Williams has not been turning the ball over much throughout his career. He threw very few picks as a rookie. He hasn't thrown any picks this year. He had a terrible turnover against Pittsburgh that led to that game being close.
Hmm.
If he doesn't throw the ball out of, I guess not out of the back of the end zone because he fumbled it in the end zone where he was trying to throw it out
Yeah.
of the back of the end zone. They win that game handedly and going away. And Pittsburgh's a fine team. I know it was Mason Rudolph. I don't think that game changes if it was Rodgers. I- I'm because Rudolph wasn't bad in that game either. I'm on the Bears here. This is a big line too. I'm not picking. I don't need them to win. I just need to cover a touchdown. I think this game's a 4-point game, and I would not be surprised if they win it outright. I'm not impressed with Philly at all.
Yeah. No. I mean, that's fair. My only pushback on the Bears is they haven't beat any teams that like I consider like a legitimate team. Like I
Mhm.
think there's a graphic out there floating around the internet of like the last 6 quarterbacks that they beat. It was like it was very funny. It was Mason Rudolph. I think Spencer Rattler was on
Yeah,
there. Uh, Geno Smith might have been on there. I mean, you can just go back through the Bears
I'm looking at it right
schedule basically, and you just look at the last quarterback,
now.
JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, I'm
Was
looking at it right now. It's not
yeah,
great.
yeah. Jackson Dart,
Jackson Dart's okay. I'll give
Joe
Jackson Dart a
Flacco, Snoop Huntley,
They lost to Hunt.
and they lost that game.
They lost to Hunt.
So I mean, the Bears are 8-3. Like, got to tip my cap that they've got kind of like to this point. This is a lot better than I think any even Bears fans kind of would have anticipated coming into the season. I just think the talent discrepancy on this game is just way too much. I think that the Bears have actual problems on their defense, and I get like, Dallas has a bad defense, but I don't know. I think Philly's going to just figure it out. I think that they win this one. I don't know if they cover. I'm going to pick Philly to cover. I don't again necessarily love that one, but yeah, I need to see something out of Philly, and I think Philly fans need to see something out of themselves as well, because again they're kind of having one of those moments in the season where it's like, all right, is it going to slip away? Is it not? Because it just seems like their locker room is a ticking time bomb, and too many losses, and it's like gone.
Well, we saw this with them before. This is a team that's going to be bounced in the first round or second round. Like If
Hmm.
they get a 1 seed, that they're ready to lose as an upset,
Yeah.
and they could also get it together right away. Like it's not out of the realm of possibility that they make the Super Bowl and win it again because of the talent. But I'm on the Bears
Hmm.
subreddit right now because I was trying to look something up and took me here. Funny first point, they're sloppy and undisciplined right now. The Eagles racked up
Hmm.
14 penalties on Sunday. It's been a season-long problem. They're currently the sixth most penalized team in the league. Yeah, the Bears are sitting at number 4. But if you watch the last couple of games, you can see we started to clean a lot of that up. Like, okay. But this is the thing. I mean, now I'm getting a call by Greg. I can't stand this guy. One sec. What do you want, Greg? We're doing the podcast. Yeah,
You're live right now.
you're live on the air. You're not even watching Gonzaga? Okay.
I just want to call in to your little show. Apologize for my absence. Very busy man tonight. Lots of things going on in Spokane. Uh,
Spokane. Italy's an ugly country. Okay, I'll see you later, Greg. See ya.
Is there a way
Okay.
we could start doing this podcast live and taking live callers on the air?
We can do it live, actually. There's a way to do it live. We
Can we
should
take
take
live
callers.
callers?
We can take live callers, yeah.
Dude, that'd be fun.
Live Q&A. We could also do a mailbag episode at some point.
We
I've been
should.
thinking about doing that. But yeah, to finish the Bears thing, they said the Saquon's only getting 3.8 yards per carry, and then they talk about all the injuries. But like, okay, this is a terrible post. It makes me want to take the Eagles now because this guy did not really make it convincing, except for the Saquon point. But I was trying to find something, and I didn't find what I was looking for. But I'm on the Eagles, or I'm on the Bears. I mean, see, now I'm on the Eagles basically. I'm on the Bears. You both are on the Eagles. I should
Hmm.
have asked Craig for a live pick, the live take. Um, but we'll see. Okay, moving into Sunday morning.
Hmm.
49ers at the Canton, Ohio Browns. I hear Shador is the first player to ever get inducted into Canton after one game. Actually, did you hear this?
Yeah. Yeah. While still being an active player too.
I
Or,
can't.
or he should just get his. Do you think they'll retire his jersey? You think 12 is going to get hung up there, the
Maybe
rafters?
didn't he get his jersey retired in college while he was still playing?
I think so. Something like that.
But so good at he was so good at Colorado. I mean, wow, it's unbelievable.
Mm.
Change that program around. Colorado's never had success in the college football either. You know, it's not like they ever did anything. Go ahead, look up what they did in the '90s. It's not like they were any good. It's unreal.
Look at that program right now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess then he does deserve to get his number retired for what they are now. But uh, honestly, this opened at 6.5 or I think 6.5. It's now 5.5. Shador was named the starter. The 49ers just beat the Panthers by 10. I think 10. Brock
Hmm.
Purdy looked awful. A lot of things
Hmm.
are included in this line moving and all that. And I just cannot, in good faith, pick the uh the 49ers have a much better defense than than the Raiders. And I don't really care about how bad Purdy was. I don't really care about how bad Purdy was against the Panthers. I am scared of this Browns defense, but Shador is playing a real NFL defense, and he's not playing a team that's just given up, which is the Raiders. He's playing the 49ers, and I have no real other analysis to say outside of that. If you're giving me 5.5 against a guy that was playing as an FCS quarterback a couple years ago and was not that good there and was not good at Colorado, I'm going to take that. He's riding high after winning that game, and again, the King Power stuff it does not fall on deaf ears. I cannot believe how it's good to be happy and amped up and like
Hmm.
excited. I'm not trying to take away his joy. I'm excited for him too. I think that everybody that's all like, see, we proved you wrong. He should have been the first overall pick. He's better than Cam Ward, or he should have been a first round pick. He's better than some of these other guys that went earlier than him. Is he? I mean, his touchdown pass was was basically a lateral, and he had one good throw downfield. It was a beautiful ball. Don't get me wrong, but it was one throw. Everything else, he was basically a 50% completion percentage guy against the Raiders. I just don't
Zach
know.
Wilson.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't know what I'm supposed to see from this, and uh, I don't think Stefanski's happy that he's being forced to do this either. Just for what it's worth, I think Stefanski wants to go Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, probably, but I imagine he probably doesn't even care. I think he knows this team's bad. I think he knows Dylan Gabriel's bad. I think he knows Shador's bad. I don't really think he cares, to be honest.
Where's Deshaun Watson at? Is he coming back?
He wasn't on the sideline, I think, last week, so he might throw his hat in for the mix.
He was playing. He was playing. He was playing He was playing football.
I think I saw him talking to the team trainers. No, I saw. I don't know if you saw it. Rex Ryan had a little bit of a tangent, and it actually was really good advice with Shador. He's like, "Hey, I get it. You're excited, but anytime you win, it's we and it's us, and anytime you lose, it's me and it's I." He's like, "You'd be surprised how far that goes with the locker room and team camaraderie and like the overall fan base getting people to like you. It's okay to have a little bit of a swagger to you, but like his post game comments and stuff like that, like it is genuinely funny. Like, or even before the game, like I kind of love like going in before the game. If you're gonna talk shit and you go and do it before the game, it's like, all right, that's kind of cool. But he's like, yeah, I'm gonna, what are you gonna hope to show Cleveland and the fans and everybody? Like, oh, I'm what you've been looking for. Okay, and then you go out and you win the game. Like that's actually cool. But then after the game, like you have to mention, yeah, Myles Garrett is literally unblockable. Our defense had 10 sacks. Like that's how many didn't they score like 14 points or something like that?
Yeah, I think they actually had 10 sacks too. I don't even think that's exaggerated. How many sacks?
Yeah, I know. I know. And it's like I think the Browns only scored 14 points, or it's like, dude, you have to think your defense because this is a defensive win. So I'm on the 49ers here as well. They're just way outclassed. I think Brock Purdy might be running for his life a little bit with Myles Garrett, but honestly, Cleveland, they're a quarterback away. I actually think that, like, and some weapons, like some offensive weapons, like a true receiver and stuff like that. But like, their defense is so good. They have good tight ends. They have a decent O line. Like, they're not a bad team. They just need a quarterback and a receiver. And I say only a quarterback, like it's like so easy to just, yeah, let's just go get a guy who can play quarterback. Where like that's the biggest piece to every puzzle. But they're almost like the Texans, honestly. And I know another podcast made a reference to them, and I just think it's such an accurate depiction of kind of where they're at.
Yeah, they are really. I mean, it's really funny. Like we're not going to leave too much time on this, but the eastbound and downization of Shador and what he did is insane. And what he'd say to Rex Ryan is, "You don't have a job, bum." In this league, so like honestly, he's not going to listen to that advice. He is acting like Dion, but Dion's one of the best players of all time at his position, at the position where you're always an asshole. Like, those are the positions where Jalen Ramsey and Jamar Chase are literally one spitting in the face of somebody. The Carolina Panthers guy who got cooked yesterday punched Jawan Jennings in the face after the game. He's getting suspended. It doesn't matter. Like they hate each other. This is Richard Sherman is a Hall of Famer. He was the biggest asshole ever. Like, these people are not. This is where you don't be humble. But quarterbacks are supposed to be humble. That's like that's the history of it all. Now maybe he's gonna start a new path. I don't think that's how it's gonna happen. I think that's very Johnny Manzielian, right? That's kind of how Johnny Manziel was, and I don't think Shador has the off the field stuff that Johnny Manziel does. I think Shador's issues if they are even issues, is that he just grew up Dion's child and he's taking the personality of his dad. And that's a funny personality. It's a very showman personality and it's awesome. It's fun. I like it. But I think it's also comedic. It's like actually a sitcom because the comments were so funny. Like, and it's to
Well, it
me,
is great for a corner and a wide receiver. Like it is like that's what you want. If you're gonna play corner or you're gonna play wide receiver, you wanna have that cockiness and that arrogance and that like absolute unwavering belief
oh
in
yeah.
yourself. You need it to play that position, honestly.
We've talked about this, what we want out of each position set.
Yeah.
But I mean, Dion's even said this. He said when he
Yeah.
goes to recruit people, the type of person he's looking for. It's a great quote. It's an amazing quote. It's one of the funniest things ever. But when it comes to like what Shador was saying after that game, it just reminds me of like imagine if you're a pitcher in the World Series and you give up and you're coming in to close the game and you give up a home run, so now your team's only up one. But your next three outs, you get the win. Your next three outs are all home run robberies, right?
Yeah.
The right fielder and then the left fielder and the right fielder again, and you're just shit talking the batters like, "Gotcha," and it's all like amazing plays, and they're like, "How
Yeah.
is this happening?" And you're just like flipping off the batter every
It's
time
like
it
a diving double play.
happens. Yeah, I know. Like the pitcher's just not even looking at the defense; he's just flipping the batter off after the ball's play. It's amazing. I love
Yeah.
Shador. I hope he's great. I'm picking the San Francisco 49ers here.
Yeah,
Purdy should have been benched
I'm
after
on
that
them.
game against Carolina, by the way.
I know. That was bad.
We're all
I think you texted in the group chat with Greg that he said I'm not gonna be outdone by JJ McCarthy.
yeah.
He's gonna one up him.
Mhm.
3 picks.
The Browns should be looking at one of these quarterbacks off of San Francisco.
Yeah.
Why am I getting called? Is that Greg again? We're getting another call in? Uh, but we're all on the 49ers. Jacksonville at Tennessee. Greg is on Tennessee. They covered last week. I think they covered the 2 weeks in a row now. I'm on Jacksonville. I think I don't like being on Jacksonville. We did nothing but shit talk Trevor Lawrence and his performance last week, but they covered against the Cardinals. And I think Tennessee, although I think Cam Ward's shown a little bit of improvement throughout the season, and it's given you something that you can feel confident in if you're Tennessee and a fan of the Titans. I still like Jacksonville as a team a lot more. And these are games that Jacksonville, I don't think, has a chance to lose. I think you win this game. Jacksonville's a lot better team. This is a game where Trevor Lawrence probably actually has a good game, too. He could put on against a team like this.
Yeah. I mean, they're also chasing the Colts too in that AFC South race, because I know you referenced it a little bit earlier in the podcast. That's not a foregone conclusion anymore. So yeah, I hate it. The Jaguars, they're on my no bet list, so I will not be betting this, but I'll pick the Jaguars here to cover this. I think that this is a good spot for them. And again, Tennessee has historically been really, really bad against the spread, and I think that trend is going to kind of continue. So again, I think they're going to kind of regress to what they are and maybe not quite cover here.
Yeah. You're on Jacksonville, right?
Yeah, Jacksonville.
Yeah. Houston at Indy, huge game. Huge game, actually. Indy is like minus 450 to win this division still, which I feel like is because it was already over and somehow it's not over now.
Yeah.
I think I would not take Indy at minus 450, but I will take the Colts here. I don't like the Texans defense is just like the Browns defense where it seems like they're a quarterback away. Stroud does give you a little more hope than anybody on Cleveland's roster. Although I guess we can't really say that because Shador's only started one game and Dylan Gabriel's a rookie. But I can say with confidence that Stroud has had higher highs than either of them, and Davis Mills probably is serviceable. Although I don't know if he earned himself a starting job just yet. The I'm probably gonna go the Colts. Yeah, I mean, Greg's on Houston. The Colts have had a down few weeks in terms of sorry, in terms of how they've looked, but this is at home. I think a lot of people are kind of sliding down off them based off of losing to the Chiefs and how they played in that second half. But they were up 11 against the Chiefs, and I know they didn't finish off that game, but I don't think you could look at it as all negative. They moved the ball easy on them in the first half especially, and,
Mhm.
I mean, in the first half only. I guess they didn't move the ball in the second half, but I think the Colts are gonna be able to take care of business here. I think they'll win by a touchdown, but I understand if you're gonna be on Houston, and I think you might be.
Yeah. I am on Houston here. I have a little bit of a inclination that teams might be figuring out this Colts offense a little bit. I I still just don't trust Daniel Jones. I still just really do not trust Daniel Jones to win you games and to make big throws in big moments. And this is a huge divisional game that's going to require both quarterbacks to make big throws and big plays. And I mean, I just don't see Daniel Jones doing that. Definitely not against this Houston defense. This
That's
defense is
true.
so good. And I mean, that's the reason I'm just going to take the points here. Maybe the Colts still squeak out a win, but if you're going to give me 4.5 points, I think that Daniel Jones will be able to make this game stay closer versus, if they had a better quarterback at the helm.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Houston plays football, more physical than any other team
Mm-hmm.
by far. They're
Dude, they
kinda
just
dirty.
hit. They just hit the other team so hard. Like
Yeah,
every time there's a collision, it's like a car crash.
yeah. They hit hard, and they play
Mm-hmm.
physical. I think it's fun to watch. Um,
And the over under for this game is only 44.5. So the
wow.
the books are not anticipating a lot of offense. And I mean, the Colts were again the first couple weeks of the season, they were like historically, one of the best offenses ever. And it's just like 4.5 points, 44.5. I mean, they're basically telling you a 24-20 game with that. So
Yeah, that is that is actually what they're telling you.
yeah. So I
The
mean,
team totals are that too. Yeah, okay. Saints and Dolphins, quickly on this one. Gray's on the Dolphins. I'm on the Dolphins. I do not trust it. I think that the Saints were just so abysmal, and no Alvin Kamara. Are you
yeah, I'm on the Dolphins as well. Sorry, I was scrolling to see which one I picked for that game.
really had to think there, huh?
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm on the Dolphins as well.
Yeah, that's a terrible game. Uh, a thorn and a bed of roses.
Mm-hmm,
Another thorn right here. Falcons and Jets.
mm-hmm.
Jets are 2.5 point underdogs at home. We get Kirk Cousins, another start under his belt. Looked okay last week, but
Yeah,
I think he'll look okay again. The Falcons have a better roster, and they have to win by a field goal. I don't think Penix was much better when he was starting games, so I'm gonna go Falcons.
yeah. I'm gonna take old Kirko and the Falcons. Yeah, they're just a more complete roster. I know, New York looked decent last week against the Ravens, and Tyrod Taylor seems to have been kind of the better quarterback, and maybe he should have been playing from the start of the season for the Jets. I don't know. I doubt that things go much different, but I'm on the Falcons here. I can't bet on the Jets.
Thank you for filibustering there. I ate sour Skittles. Did I tell you the story?
Yeah, you told me the story.
Yeah, yeah. Don't do it. This is lawsuit level of annoyance. I ate a
Well, you
sour
just got to eat
Skittle.
them like a normal person.
Well, I did. I don't know what happened. It went down the wrong pipe and then somehow into my nose, and I was like, "Oh, what the hell?" And I blew my nose, and a Skittle came out of my nose. And then I've had like a sinus infection since then, so I'm constantly like hawking up loogies and blowing my nose, and it's disgusting. And so that's what I did. I just feel myself like just getting like, I don't know. It feels like I'm RFK. I got like a worm in my brain or something. It's disgusting. I hate this feeling. I feel like I still have Skittle up there.
Maybe you do.
Yeah, I probably do. It's gonna dissolve at some point, or it's gonna give me Serious medical issue. Are you on the Falcons?
Yeah, I'm on the Falcons.
It'd be the funniest thing if I need surgery to remove a skittle from my nose.
It would be funny.
Yeah, ha ha ha. Cardinals at and Gray's on them too. Cardinals at Bucks. The Bucks are 3-point favorites.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Baker might play, but his arm was in a sling. And if I saw a quarterback's arm in the sling, I'm telling my players to hit him after he throws the ball a couple times. Not a little, not bounty gate, but you're going to be touching him up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So Baker's questionable. I did not know Teddy Bridgewater was their backup until he started warming up on the sideline, and I said, Teddy Bridgewater,
Teddy Two Gloves?
isn't he a high school football coach?
I was just gonna ask you that. I thought he was like a state champion high school football coach.
Yeah. So I did not know that he was back in the league. And it's not just back in the league, he was a backup and he might start this game. Okay. I'm gonna go the Cardinals because Jacoby Brissett, he shows that he would be able to play football in a sling.
He would never be in a sling.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't wear a sling. Slings are
Yeah,
for
no,
sissies. That's what he
he's
said.
fine, dude.
Baker's a tough cookie, but Jacoby shows you what real toughness is.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Jacoby could actually play if he got like hit with the katana, like if a sword slashed him. He'd be like, okay, I'm playing.
I could see him getting in like a violent car accident on the way to the stadium and he'll be like, yeah, guys, I'm good to go.
His like guts are falling in his arms. And he's like, just stitch me up, doc. They're like, we need to do emergency surgery. He's like, after the game.
Yeah,
I have
after the
4
game.
hours. I have 4 hours. And like, okay, I'll get the surgery after. Just put me back together. My intestines will be fine.
Like, sir, you're in a head-on collision going 85 miles an hour with a Rockaway driver. I'm good, man. I'm good.
I'm ready to play football.
Yeah. No worse than getting sacked by Myles Garrett, am I right?
Vita Vea on this game.
Yeah, true. Vita Vea. Yeah, get hit by a car, hit by Vita Vea. Pick your poison.
It is basically the same thing. I bet. I bet
Yeah.
the sports science was still around. R.I.P. to the creator of sports science. The sports science was still around. They could give you that. What would hurt worse, a
Well,
collision or Vita Vea? And I bet you that there'd be some science out there that would say Vita Vea.
yeah, I'm sure it probably depends on the car. Maybe a smart car, a Fiat. I think
We
I'd take
said
that over
85,
Vita Vea.
85 miles per hour head on. I don't think a smart car can go 85 miles per hour. I think they're barely street legal. But who do you got here in this one?
I am gonna take the Bucks because they need to win to keep. I know the Cardinals lost last week as well, so they didn't gain any ground on that. Or not the Cardinals, the Panthers lost last week, so they didn't gain any ground on them. But like, the Panthers are probably going to lose again this week, so I guess maybe it doesn't matter quite as much. But you don't want to leave this gap so close. So I'm going to take the Bucks here. The Cardinals are bad. They're a bad team. Who are the Panthers playing this week? Oh yeah, the Rams.
Yeah, speaking of them, that's who we're going to talk about next. The Rams are 10.5-point favorites in Carolina. Carolina yesterday against the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
Again, 3 first-half interceptions on Brock Purdy. I think they had 3 points at the half.
Unbelievable.
And part of the problem was they refused to run the football. And Bryce Young also, like, it wasn't a pick six, but it was Drake May had a really bad throw, so I don't want to say it was the second worst pass of the week because Joe Flacco has number one with a bullet, but it's up there. It's 2A, 2B with Drake's pick six. But his one was so choreographed too because he was rolling to his right on a play action, which they love to do They love to do play action rollout passes where it's so obvious they don't run the ball. They don't run the ball. Look at the carries that they have per game on the Panthers.
I know.
I'm sure it's been talked about because I couldn't believe their play calling. I was very happy because I had a lot of my teases ended with the 49ers, and I could have bet them straight up, and would have given me better odds because they covered. But I'm saying the Panthers are a weird team, and
They are.
for some reason I think they're going to cover this game. The Rams are winning, but it's that hook at the 10.5 where I think they're going to just be able to keep in it, and it seems like a look ahead for the Rams. The Rams the Rams are going to. I don't know if they take their foot off the gas in these games because it seems like they will score a lot of points against every team. But the Panthers, I think, will keep this. I mean, you have to win this 31-20 to cover. I could see it being a 30-21 game or a 30-20, and then they don't. So I'm just going to say the Panthers cover this. And these big spreads have not been covering very much.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of my thought process on this. You know, same thing like what you said. The Rams just came off of a pretty nice Sunday night win against the Buccaneers, who, you know, a lot of people, again, they were sliding a little bit, but a lot of people thought they're a really good team, including myself. I still think that the Bucks have some life in them, and this is a spot where I could easily see people looking past the Panthers here. So this is a big spread. Like you said, the big spreads really have not been super favorable to the favorites. I'm going to take the Panthers here in the fact that I think that they're just going to be able to keep it close. Hopefully they again run the ball. Rico Dowdle's awesome, dude. When he has the
Yeah,
ball in his hands, he is such a good running back.
use
And
them.
yeah, exactly. And make that play action actually worth something to Bryce Young. They use the play action and they move him out of the pocket because he's too short and he can't see over the line. Like that's like in reality, like that's actually what they're doing.
Yeah.
But you have to be able to run the ball effectively to be able to get him out and have actual good options there. Because if you're just running play action for no reason, you're just wasting your time.
Why don't they watch Drew Brees tape or Russell Wilson tape from when they were good, from when he was good, and say this is what we need him to play like? I mean, I
Yeah.
understand you can't do a 1-for-1, but Drew Brees, it wasn't like Drew Brees was the speedster, obviously. Like, and Drew Brees is a special talent with accuracy and stuff, but it's like that's how he has to play. You
They
have
both
to.
had great moon balls. That's like the biggest
Yeah,
difference.
Bryce Young has a good arm. It's not like the arm is an issue. He was the first overall pick for a reason. He was really good at Alabama. I know it's
That's
Alabama.
true.
Again, I'm not trying to say like, oh, he had nobody. He played with NFL talent all over, but he was great there. He was honestly unbelievable. Like, so there has to be something. Drop him back
Yeah.
further. Have him do the Mahomes or the Josh Allen, where it's like you make the offense spread out for you, basically. Do the long drops. Now that's not something you could do mid-season because that's going to wind up with him getting sacked for 25-yard losses, and then you're
Yeah. I was gonna say that's drive killers if you get sacked is the problem.
yeah, and
And I also don't know, like if you drop back like that, you can't just have a good arm. You have to have a rocket arm because now
that's true.
a 10-yard completion is a 20 or 25-yard throw instead. Like I just
You have
don't
to
know
have
if he has
standard.
the kind of zip on the ball.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Again,
You're right.
yeah.
Okay, dumb question. But that pick that he threw in the end zone, where it was to, I think McMillan, but it was like he rolled out it was either a linebacker or a DB. Saw that he was rolling out, and it's like he couldn't run. It's like his brain didn't compute that the guy was in the end zone and he didn't step up, but he thought he was gonna step up at him, and then
Yeah.
he threw it while the guy's not running at him. He's going back to the receiver. I was like, I'm like, I was happy he did it. Again, I really
It's
needed the
funny.
49ers to win, but I'm like, I couldn't believe he did that. That was such a that's like like my brain shut down type play.
That was a good one.
That felt like a Tua interception.
Yeah.
So, uh, moving on. A guy that had many Tua interceptions in his short NFL career so far is J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings. They're playing the Seattle Seahawks, who also are 10.5-point favorites. And I just said that's too big a spread for the Rams against the Panthers. I don't think that's too big a spread for the Seahawks against the Vikings. It's in Seattle. I think. Did you see JSN already has set the records for like season passing stuff or receiving stuff for the Seahawks? It's 11 games in.
Yeah.
Unreal. It's not like they don't have good receivers.
I know.
Steve Largent, like I mean, like he's like considered by many like a Mount Rushmore level guy, and
I know.
all his season stats. I don't even know if he had the season stats still, the season like records, but
Yeah.
I mean, it was him or somebody more modern, maybe Doug Baldwin, isn't as good. Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, all these guys like more
Yeah.
recent, but yeah, JSN's a different breed. Uh,
Mhm.
Here's what they're going up against. It's either JJ McCarthy, who I don't need to talk about his bona fides, or here's his new backup, Max Brosmer. I just brought up his Wikipedia page. Max Brosmer, I'm going to read it all. It's an American professional football player for the Vikings. He played college football for the New Hampshire Wildcats and the Minnesota Golden Gophers. He was born in Davenport, Iowa. And after living for a while in Toronto, he moved to Roswell, Georgia Middle School. And then he went to Centennial High School in Georgia. Okay. It says nothing about his high school career. That's not very good, right? Usually it should say something about his high school. But he went to New Hampshire. As a true freshman, he was a starter. His freshman year, he went 183 for 311, which is 58%, 12 touchdowns, 12 picks, 2,000 yards.
Nice.
His 2020 year, they only played one game. He tore his ACL in a preseason practice the next year and was a medical redshirt. His, I guess, redshirt junior year, what a year he had. I mean, this is where he really turned it on. 3,100 yards, 27 touchdowns, 8 picks. I mean, that's good. 62%.
Yeah.
And as a senior, as a redshirt senior, he led the NCAA division. I don't know what that is. Oh, I guess that's the league they're in. 3,500 yards, 29 touchdowns. And then he got an extra
Decent.
year of eligibility, and he went to Minnesota last year, and he was 7-5, 67%, 17 touchdowns, 5 picks. So he ran a 4.8 at the 40-yard for the 40-yard dash at the combine. He's 6'1", 217.
Decent.
He has 9.5-inch hands. I know I have something that's 9.5 inches, Darren. He was an undrafted free agent. What? This is who they're deciding to go with instead of JJ McCarthy?
Again, to be fair, JJ McCarthy has been one of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen throw a pass in the NFL.
I mean, the numbers for McCarthy are borderline, like, laughably hilarious. I need to find. I sent in the group, or I sent to you, I think maybe, just how actually bad they are. It's
He's
something.
Jamarcus Russell bad.
Yeah, he's the second worst, like, first round quarterback since Jamarcus Russell. It's something absurd. I'm not gonna be able to find it, but it's like he's actually like. I mean, go look up JJ McCarthy right now on Wikipedia. By the way, you're gonna love the picture they're using for him. That's honestly so good. But I'm taking the Seahawks here.
Yeah, I'm on the Seahawks as well. They're a lot better than the Vikings.
Yeah,
That's my analysis.
and it's also a Darnold revenge game.
True.
We went this whole time without saying Darnold revenge game. It really is.
Yeah.
They picked McCarthy over him, and now I guess they picked Bosmer over him or whatever his name is. Jesus Christ, dude. I don't know. I'm just okay. Buffalo Bills at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is 3.5-point home dogs to Buffalo, who are riding like a weird wave of wins, losses, dominant outcomes, getting shit on, looking good, looking bad, looking great, looking terrible. It's the weirdest outcome of a season I've seen in pretty much a team that had Super Bowl aspirations in a long time. I think the Eagles are right there too with them this year, the Ravens, but these are teams that actually have injuries. The Chiefs, it just seems like they've just lost, like they haven't been drafting high enough in the first round. Maybe that's the Buffalo Bills problem too, where they just are drafting too low and they don't have talent now around Allen. But Steelers, it's gonna be Rodgers is back. This is where the Bills have to show up. I mean, they've lost too many games. If they lose this one, it's starting to look like, are we going to make the playoffs? because now it gets to you're in a risky spot.
Yeah.
It's not like it's a for sure thing. They're like a 90% for sure playoff team, but I think that doesn't take into account if they lose more. I think they're just saying, yeah, they're the Bills. They have Josh Allen. I don't think it takes into account like if they lose the games they're favored in. They're just going to keep being favored in games because of Josh Allen, and that's fair. But go out and show that you're Josh Allen. This is a game where Greg would be all, "It's Josh the bully." So I think he's gonna have a good game in this game. Yeah, they'll win by a
I
touchdown.
hate it. I absolutely hate it. I'm gonna take the Steelers here.
Ooh.
They're at they're at home. They're underdogs. I don't think many people are counting them as a viable option here. We are getting the hook. You get them plus 3.5, so they keep this within a field goal. The Bills have some weird stuff going on with Keon Coleman and whatnot. Like he's been a healthy scratch now 2 weeks in a row. I think there's some off the field, team meeting locker
Yeah,
room
he showed up
issues.
late or skipped it or something.
Yeah. So there's some
Hurt.
issues going on there. And again, that's 2 weeks in a row. So I imagine it's something maybe a little bit more that's causing him to be a healthy scratch. So I don't know. I'm curious to see. I don't think this Bills team, like again, they clearly have the better quarterback, and that may be like just what is the complete difference in this game. But outside of that, how different are these teams? Like realistically, besides like again, if you put Josh Allen on the Steelers team, is it really that much different?
I would probably, yeah. I mean, I think it is if you put Josh Allen on the Steelers team.
Well,
And I would no. I'm
yeah,
saying like, I would take 1 through 53 on the Steelers versus the Bills. Yeah, I mean, the offensive line's a lot better on the Bills. That's it. Everything
and
else
is it
is good on
really
the
that?
Steelers.
Yeah, I guess like it is like a decent like, but the Steelers' offensive line isn't horrendous.
It hasn't been bad this year. Oh, and then I'd also take obviously James Cook. Way over, and
Yeah,
Gainwell's been really good, but I mean that's a random act of God
yeah,
basically that
yeah,
he's been what he's been. I don't know if they
yeah,
can be predicted that, but I'm saying like as far as it goes, like yeah, the defense, yeah, I take everybody on the. I think I take all 11 starters on the Steelers defense over the Bills.
yeah,
I
yeah,
take every skill position player except for no, I'd probably take Johnny Smith over Kincaid, honestly. Yeah,
yeah.
why not?
Pat Fryermuth,
But yeah,
Darnell Washington, dude, he's awesome.
I'd take everybody on the Steelers except for some of their offensive linemen. I'd have to go player by player, and actually, I don't know how to.
Yeah,
I'd have to look at PFF grades,
yeah,
and then I would take James Cook over. I take the running
mhm.
back to the Bills, and I'd obviously take Josh Allen. Every other position, though, I'd take the Steeler. And by the way, they just wonder Boswell.
30-year-old kicker.
Mm-hmm. Seems a lot older. He's been in a lot of big games.
Yeah, I know. Well, and again, that's like my point though. Is like you go through it. It's like these teams aren't that different, dude.
Do you remember?
Outside of Josh Allen, and again, Josh Allen is like a massive. Like I'm not trying to say, oh yeah, these guys are basically the same. Well, one has Josh Allen, one has 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers with a broken wrist.
This is also
So
it's his his game wrist too. Take a game show wrist. It was a Jeopardy button wrist. The thing with the what's it called? I can't think of words right now. I've lost my train of thought.
it's
I'm too
tough
busy.
to do a podcast and you can't think of
I
words.
know I might have to start doing this podcast in a foreign language. We could probably try to AI could probably translate this podcast into something else. Um, I don't even know what I was going to say. Basically, it was going to be something funny about Josh Allen, but he, I think they're going to win. You think Pittsburgh's going to cover? It's okay. We'll move
Yeah.
on. Thoughts gone. I'm tired. I only got like, see this. I'm pretty tired because last night I watched Landman very late, and then I texted Darren a couple of things I was thinking of betting with the amounts that I was thinking of perhaps betting, and I think I texted that at a pretty late hour, and then I edited that message, and we talked this morning, and I said, "Did you see the edited version?" And he said, "No, I didn't know you could look at it." Well, it was I didn't look at it either until I saw that it was basically a essay of things that I was thinking of betting, and it was a very funny text because it was sent at like I don't know what time that was, 4 a.m. almost. So
Yeah.
And I set my alarm to wake up to make sure I talk to him because he's my
You're putting random wagers on like almost every single game. There is no like continuity. You're like, I think I'm going to put this much on this game. I'm thinking I should do this much on this game, and I'm going to do twice as much as both of those.
There's a few $25 wagers in there, and there's a few $500 wagers in there. And thought,
Yeah, on a multiple money line parlay from multiple games.
I've been hitting those.
You're betting like Tyler Roach.
Hey, he doesn't hit those though. Somebody should
That's
follow
true.
me though. Raiders Chargers. I mean, I don't think you can give me a line big enough that I wouldn't bet the Chargers. I'm not like I think the Chargers are kind of stinky as well, but the Raiders have given up, which means they're probably going to win this game just based off of the laws of football. It's 9.5. The Chargers should not be favored by 9.5 against anybody, but I just can't get out of my head that Geno got sacked 10 times last week, and I don't really care how good Myles Garrett and the Browns defense is. That's unreal, and it follows up a week in which he just got absolutely stunted on by the Cowboys defense, which should never happen. I still can't believe that my team lost to this Raiders team in week 1. I know week 1 is the most random week usually in the season, and we need to make a pact. We're not gambling week 1 next year.
That ain't gonna happen.
Foreign games in week 1. That's what we really need to do. I just need to be locked away. I need my phone taken away. I need everything taken from me. You could do only the Thursday game. That's it. Only the Thursday game in week 1, the first game of the season. And maybe the Sunday night game, but that's it. You can't be doing random week 1 matchups. That's where you lose everything. You get the random games there. Yeah, so okay. I can't believe I'm just going back on to week 1 where the Patriots got absolutely destroyed by the Raiders. And everybody said the Raiders are going to be a playoff team. Raiders probably had a minus next to their name to make the playoffs after week 1. They're now officially in the Titans and Saints territory where they're firing random people because they need to find scapegoats. I think
they're just cannon guys.
Their new offensive coordinator, I'm pretty sure, is Pete Carroll's son. I know he's on the staff somewhere. I think he might be the play caller now.
I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. So I mean, I just don't. This is a 9.5 point spread. I have to take the Chargers out of the rules of this world.
I'm taking the Chargers as well. This Raiders team is putrid.
Yeah, Gray's also on them. Sunday Night Football, Broncos at Commanders. The Broncos are 6.5 point favorites. It's against Mariota. They're coming off a bye, off of their biggest win since the Peyton Manning days. It feels like 6.5 against Mariota. Am I smoking something? Am I smoking something? Did I have Angel Dust? Does this feel like a free one to me?
Talk about great defenses. We've talked about the Browns and we've talked about the Texans. I mean, this Broncos defense is right up there in that same category. Like they're sensational.
Yeah. And I don't think the commies are that good.
I don't either. I think the commies are kind of in the point now where it's like, if we lose, it's not the worst thing in the world.
They should want to lose now.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels was saying, if I'm healthy, I want to play. There's a thing where they should not let you play.
I know. If I'm the owner, if I'm the GM, I genuinely do not want you to play strictly on the fact that like, hey, I invested a lot of money in you, in drafting you second overall. You are the future of our team. This team is not making the playoffs this year. This is a bad team. You're a running quarterback. You're a smaller quarterback. I do not need the next thing to go on you to be a knee or an ankle or something a lot worse than a non-throwing elbow.
I'd say to him, what position do you want us to draft? Do you want an offensive lineman? Do you want a receiver? Do you want a tight end? Do you want defense? And whoever he says, I'd ask what prospect he wants. And I'd say, hey, next week, we're flying you if they're in the conference championship game, we're flying him there. That's where he's going to be. He's going to scout with the scout. And then in the bowl game, if they're playing in the bowl game, if they're in the college football playoff, that's where he's going to be. The scout with the scout. And we're gonna draft for Jaden Daniels. I'm not letting him play. This is insane. Football is the only sport, by the way, where I guess you can't really tank in baseball. Basketball, if this was, I mean, I don't even know the appropriate like prospect that he'd be considered to, but like say this was the Spurs and it's Wimby and
Mm-hmm.
and the Spurs are 30 and 43.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Wimby has a right thigh contusion. He's gonna be out for a week and a half. And then in practice, yeah, he aggravated that. He's gonna be out rest of the season. We're just shutting it down.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna let
Yeah.
him ramp up for next year.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Didn't they do that his first year? Didn't they limit the games? Didn't he
mhm.
only play a handful of games his first
I
year?
think he played enough. He played enough to win Rookie of the Year, which was 65. But
Okay. Why was I
yeah, he got
thinking
hurt
he?
too. I mean, but that's the thing. It's in the NFL. It's like the only time people take games off is the last week of the season, which the NFL wants to keep it that way
Mm-hmm.
because there's so few of them. But the idea that these players are trying to rush back when they're coming off of
Yeah.
that elbow injury was brutal. Joe Burrow,
Gruesome.
Joe Burrow shouldn't be playing either. Just being real, like, what's the point of this? Like,
Yeah. And
is it
I
fine?
get
I guess
like
it's
these
fine, but
guys.
it's like I don't get it.
Yeah. I understand they're competitors and stuff, and I'm 100% understanding that a lot of the other guys on the team, like the linemen and the receivers and the linebackers and all the other position players on the team, are they're going to play because one, they're going to play for contracts, they're going to play for a spot on the roster next year, they're going to put film out there, like they need to do that. Hey, Jaden, you're the starter next year, my guy.
But
You're
like,
not your job's not in jeopardy.
yeah, and their film is not dependent on Jaden Daniels either.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
an offensive lineman blocking or a
Yeah.
defensive line winning a pass rush snap is not. Nothing's dependent on him. And it's the same for a wide receiver playing that's really good, but nothing
Mm-hmm.
actually impacts the game as much as um, this player. If Myles Garrett pulled his hamstring, he's going for the sack record, so I understand why he wouldn't, but he should not play anymore either if he pulled his hamstring. There's no reason to risk tearing your hamstring if you're him.
Yeah.
You're playing for being the best defensive player ever. You're not playing for a one season sack record, but I digress. We're all on the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
It's just this line should be higher, I think. Which means it'll be close. Probably,
I know.
the safe thing is to tease it, and because
I
honestly,
know.
this is what's been losing me all these 6-7 line. Oh my god,
Hey.
just shoot me, Darren. Giants, Pats. Pats are 7.5 point favorites. Another guy who Jameis has been falling out, and they lose at the end both games that he started. He's been very fun to watch, and I mean, this is who I hope Shador turns into. Is a
Yes, that'd be cool.
Jameis-esque QB where he's good enough to. Jameis should be a starter.
For
What are
sure.
we doing? How does he come into a season as the third string, or last year as I think he was the third string also? I know he's a backup at least, and I think he might have even been the
Mm-hmm.
third string. Here's a hint. A lot of these teams that need a quarterback, he should be the first call because he's going to be on a cheap deal. He's not good enough to win a Super Bowl. He's good enough to, if you need a quarterback, if you're the Vikings, call Jameis
Mm-hmm.
and have it be an open competition with McCarthy. If you're the Texans, yeah.
And the thing is, he's a good enough locker room guy that if you decide, you know what, maybe he's not the starter, or maybe he's not the starter for the full year. No hard feelings, dude. He's just here to have a good time.
Do you see how entertaining Jameis is that I haven't even talked about Drake May? And this is a game involving Drake May. I'm just
I
like,
know.
yeah. And also, Mike Kafka is another guy. If I'm the Mara family, I tell the Mike Kafka, I say, hey, we've seen enough of Jameis. We want to lose. Don't play Dart either. It's Russell Wilson time. I know that they're not
Mm-hmm.
going to do that because that would piss Goodell royally off if they do that in a primetime game after what Jameis has done. It has to be Dart or Jameis, but probably won't be Dart because he should actually be shut down too with 2 or 3
Mm-hmm.
concussions. But realistically, you don't want to win any games. Jameis makes it too close. And
Yeah.
if you're the Giants owner, you tell Mike Kafka, we're gonna give you a real look. You've been coaching really well. Like it's not you that's lost these games. And that's
Yeah.
that's all you say. You say we do not want to win these games though. And you say it without ever being at close to getting a lawsuit, right? Just in case, because you don't want to get caught in like the Flores situation, where it's like, yeah, they were paying me to lose games. No, 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 no. We're not paying you. We've seen it. We've seen enough. We want to get a good
Yeah.
draft pick. You're going to get heavy consideration for this job.
Mm-hmm.
But Pat 7.5. I'll be honest. They're going to win this game. I don't know if they cover 7.5 because this is we were talking about Myles Garrett breaking the sack record. Brian Burns is second in the league. He has, I think, 15 sacks or 13 and a half sacks or something like that. He's really good. They have a pretty good defensive line. The Pats' offensive line is completely dismantled for at least 2 or 3 weeks, it seems like. Thank God Will Campbell did not tear his ACL. I'm literally
Yeah.
doing Hail Marys and stuff. Like I'm not a Catholic. I've been finding new religions to just appreciate their gods and everything. I've gone to Buddhist temples. I've said thank you for protecting Will Campbell. I've done some things. I'm just very happy that Will Campbell's not hurt. Seriously. But he's gonna miss a few weeks, and this is a good defensive line. And so we're gonna see Drake May play against with an offensive line like he had last year, and that wasn't fun to watch. So I think they're gonna win the game because I think he's good enough to win against a bad team, and the Giants are a bad team, of course. But I think it'll be closer. If it's 6 points, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. No, I'm just trying to time the Jameis is fun and he's exciting, but there is a level of like just like the Jameis magic, and it starts to wear off a little bit after a
Yeah.
couple games. And I think that this might be the game where he really, he could have a handful of really egregious interceptions. And I mean, he hasn't really done it too bad in the 2 games that he started, but I would not be surprised if this is the game that he just uncorks a couple of horrendous interceptions.
I could see that. I
Yeah.
did write an E on here, so I did pick New England, but I then said the Giants on here, so I did pick the Giants. So I'm on the Giants. Are you on the Patriots? It seems.
I'm on the Patriots. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. If the Pats lose that game, that would actually upset me. That you can't lose that one. But also, yeah, college football. We have all the rivalry games. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not going to really get into a lot of them because this is a college football podcast, but I'm excited for them. Can Ryan Day finally beat Michigan? I
Sure
think
hope
so.
so.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think they're going to blow them out. Texas A&M, Texas. That's a good game. It's not a rivalry game per se, but that's a game. Texas A&M is undefeated. I did not know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I felt like they lost along the way, but no. Uh, Alabama, Auburn. Alabama has not won in Auburn by more than a field goal since I think it's been 2015 or something like that.
Really.
Yeah. You have the Egg Bowl, Mississippi State, and apparently
Oh.
there's an announcement coming on Lane Kiffin if he's deciding to leave. It sounds like that means he's leaving. If there's an announcement coming after that game, does that mean Ole Miss is going to have a new coach in the playoff? That would mean yes, right?
If that happens, if he announces he's leaving, I think that would mean like the NCAA would have to intervene after this season and be like, hey, this is we cannot have these deals going on while the season is happening. Like this
Yeah,
is just absurd.
yeah. Because that I think he's going to leave. This is weird.
I
That would
think
be
he
like
is too.
I mean, the good thing would be if he's having the announcement to say like I'm not fucking leaving, right? But
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't seem like you'd have an announcement for that. It seems like they do a press release saying, "Yeah, we've given Lane Kiffin extension," but instead he's having a press conference after this game, and that means that players are not going to play. That means players. I guess yeah, you can't have him coach the bowl games, right? Like you can't have him coach in the playoff because then that means he's going to be in the locker room and he's going to be saying, "Hey, want to come to LSU next year?" To all the juniors and stuff, which he's already going to do anyways. But then he's able to
Yeah.
do it like while recruiting them, while coaching them. And
Yeah.
that just fucks Ole Miss. Yeah, if he actually does that, yeah, they will need to intervene that. Like that's. Could
Yeah.
you
That'll
imagine
be
if you're in the NFL and
his daughter's boyfriend goes to LSU.
I know, but can you? No, I'm saying, can you imagine if I'm just trying to think of a situation where like a coach just gets poached by another team in the playoffs, like a head coach that's like currently coaching if Kyle Shanahan somehow was like poached by the Eagles, like they fire Sirianni and then they're like, yeah, we just got Kyle Shanahan.
or McDermott gets fired and yeah, Kyle Shanahan. Oh,
Yeah.
he's like during the playoffs.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm going to coach them now. Like that would ruin the integrity of the league. So I hope he
Mhm.
doesn't leave, but that's a huge story. That's going to happen over the weekend. Oregon
Yeah.
UW UW's not that good this year. But that's a good game. There's a lot of good football games in college over the weekend. I'm excited. I'm excited to watch that. And then I guess as you heard, Greg called in. He wasn't watching his beloved Gonzaga Bulldogs. He was
Mhm.
playing tennis, and so what's up with that?
What is up with that?
Best bet. Best bets. Greg's best bet is the Seahawks minus 10.5. I can't be mad at that. My best bet, I haven't actually prepared mine, but it's going to be Pat's Denver Broncos tease.
I
Uh,
like that.
I have to keep riding the tease train. But I will say this. My Thanksgiving parlay, which I kind of made it clear earlier, but since people want to hear this more, is Packers money line,
Mhm.
Chiefs money line, Ravens money
Yeah.
line.
I'm on that with you. That's our backseat quarterback gift to our listeners. It's our Thanksgiving
and
gift.
and what is that? What is that in terms of odds? I have a screenshot here. It is do 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 plus 350. Plus 350.
Beautiful.
It's a plus 350 Thanksgiving parlay. You can enjoy turkey, enjoy stuffing, mashed potatoes, and get all your Christmas money for gifts for your loved ones
Mhm.
all on the same day. Darren, what is your best bet?
My best bet is going to be the 49ers minus 5.5 against the Cleveland Browns. Now that is minus 102, so it's a little juiced for me.
Mm,
But I'm going to take the 49ers minus 5.5. I absolutely love that line.
I like that too. That should have been mine. Uh, yeah, I like that. And now, last question. What are you thankful for, my boy? Try this again from last year.
Yeah, so similarly to last year. No, I'm thankful for a lot. I'm thankful for football, of course. I'm thankful for, good health. I'm thankful for my friends and family and yeah, all the people in my life. What are you thankful for this
Arnino?
year?
Uh, I'm thankful for football.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thankful for everything you said and more. No,
Oh, and
I'm thankful
more.
for yeah, basically everything you said. I agree. I second that. Friends, family, football,
Mm-hmm.
the
Good
goods,
stuff.
beer,
Mm-hmm.
of course, beer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
Love
love a
it.
good burger too. I'm not thankful that a lot of these places have got rid of their all day happy hour on Sunday.
Ooh,
Made me a
yeah.
curmudgeon in some of these places, but I'm thankful that I still have the opportunity to go to these places.
Mm-hmm.
Thankful
Mm-hmm.
that I saw a
Mm-hmm.
lot of Red Sox games this year, and they made a trade
Yeah.
today, and they didn't give up too much. Maybe they'll
That's
make another
always good.
trade, huh?
That's always good.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of things I'm thankful for. So, yeah, that'll do it. We'll be back Sunday, or I guess Monday, maybe Sunday. I don't know. Ooh, my son Sunday we'll be back. Yeah, maybe Greg will be on Sunday.
Yeah, we'll be back.
What are your Thanksgiving plans? That'll be the last one. Last question.
I am just eating here. Not really doing nothing too crazy
What time do
at
you
my
eat at
parents.
normally?
3 or 4
Okay, that's
usually.
normal. The people that eat at like 1 p.m. or noon.
Yeah,
You don't need to be that different. People
I
just eat
know.
the three's still early, but it's like that's
Yeah,
acceptable. You're basically a late lunch, early dinner, and you stuff yourself.
yeah.
But I think there's
I think
people.
3 is perfect.
Yeah,
I like 3 because then you can eat again later in the day.
yeah. You could get a second meal in there.
Yeah.
Greg doesn't change a thing. It's 11 p.m. on the dot. Also, I like your back. Is there any Highland cows in that room?
No, there's not.
Okay,
Nope, no Highland cows in here.
those just look like some like Hobby Lobby type.
Yeah. Oh, it definitely is.
I like it.
This is my mom's office.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I like it. That's like when I was showing around my
Yeah.
mom was like, wine,
Yeah.
please. Oh, time for some wine. But anyways, yeah. My Thanksgiving plans. I've been invited a lot of places. Actually, during this podcast, I kept getting texts about places I could go. Uh, we'll see. Maybe I'll end up somewhere. I just go for 5 minutes to every place that invited me. Say, "Do you guys got beer?" And just like go and like ransack all the beer and leave.
Yeah.
Thank you. And get out of there. I Uber everywhere. I just am going just like with a like a pillowcase and just throwing
Yeah.
cans and bottles. And they're like, "You need any food?" "No, I just need some more beer. Thank you for the free beer. I'm gonna get out of here." It's halftime during the Bengals-Ravens game. It's like their families, people's families, they with, like, children,
Yeah.
like, "Who's that weird man with a mustache that just robbed us of our beer?" "Oh, that's Sterling. He's a tennis buddy," or something.
You're grabbing entire bottles of wine.
Yeah, just like I'm like, "What's your most expensive, red?"
Yeah.
Let's see. "Ooh, is that Johnny Walker Blue Label? Thank you." But, okay. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up, and, I'll let you get back to the beautiful mountains of Green Bay, Wisconsin. I hear it's a beautiful mountain range over there. They're gonna ski
Yep.
maybe. Do a little skiing.
Yep. Expecting some snow tonight.
Go sledding.
Mhm. I should.
Build a snowman.
Not a bad idea.
Or go see Wicked for Good. That's what Greg's doing every day this week. He's a big
Just
fan.
can't get enough.
Can't get enough of I don't know the characters' names. I was gonna say Elsa, but that's Frozen. Okay. See you, Darren.
As always.
Peace.